All right, yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's Chills. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. All right, so this is Nades for Noobs, the series where I teach you guys nades to help you graduate from being a noob in Battalion 1944. So for this video today, we're going to be going over defensive nades on Manor House V2. I've already went over offensive nades. I've done a nade guide for that, so it's going to be in the description if you'd like to check it out. I have a few A nades, a few mid nades, some retake nades, all that good stuff, some B nades for you guys in this video. So we're going to do A first and then transition over to mid and B, and then that should conclude the video. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's only a few nades I like to throw for A side on this map. The first one is probably my most frequently thrown nade if I play A. So what I do here is I come through the gates and I use this tree as a reference, and I just chuck the nade over top of this little branch on the tree here. Sprint jump throw. And that lands right inside of A long, just like that. So anybody trying to come A long on their side, I'll usually get a kill or maybe two. So for the second nade I like to throw is a plain nade. If I have somebody playing inside of A barn or mid trench or something like that, and they see or hear anybody in plain, they'll communicate that to me, and I'll throw this nade if I haven't thrown my nade already. So I just lock myself inside of the bomb site. You can get stuck right here, and then I aim up at the clouds just like this and throw, and this should bounce right off the roof and blow up right there. The reason I like to throw that nade in particular, obviously there's a wide variety of spots they can be playing if they're near plane, but the reason I throw that nade is because a lot of people like to play near like the hut right there and climb up on top of mid roof. So that nade will counter that position. For the last nade, if I'm playing A and say I'm playing like retake A and I get smoked off gate like this, I'll communicate that to my team like, hey, they're taking A, I got smoked off gate. And then I'll come back here. If I still have a nade get stuck in this corner, you'll see a little hook in the clouds here. I'll aim at the bottom of that hook and throw. And this is a really good bomb nade, so if you hear the bomb going off or you hear them planting the bomb, you throw that nade, it'll get the planter and delay their take. Now transitioning over to mid, I don't really have a lot of mid nades. Like I have a couple spawn nades I throw from this mid area and a couple smokes. So to get started, if I'm trying to play aggressive, or say we're just not doing well on defense and we need to switch it up and get spicy, I'll throw this smoke here to try and push mid. So I line myself up with the door on this car, and I use this tree for reference right here. I aim at the middle of the tree and I just sprint throw, just like that. And that should land just where I need it to, so I can aggress in mid. Say if I want to push plane. Usually, like if you're pushing plane, you'll take a fight like right around here, or you can come inside a manor house, or if you're fast enough, you can come up on these barrels and jump inside a top manor like this, and that'll really catch some people off guard. Or if you want to get super cheeky, you can try and like lurk through the smoke like this. But this is kind of really risky, because if the enemies see your smoke in mid, they're gonna call out like, hey, they have a mid smoke, watch the aggression, right? So pushing through your piano smoke probably isn't the best play, but I've gotten cheeky a few times in pugs and gotten a couple kills like that. So you can do what you want with it. So that's the one smoke I know from mid. But for nades, for spawn nades, I know two spawn nades that I throw a lot are these two right here. I'll lock myself inside of the barrel right off the start of the round, turn around, look up, and I will aim right at this cloud right here, and I sprint jump throw just like that, and that'll blow up right there for anybody trying to run into mid trench. Okay, and the timing on this nade is actually like perfect. Like if anybody's trying to go mid trench through that arch, they're gonna die 10 times out of 10. For the second spawn nade I throw, I start throwing my grenade at the sandbag here, so I pretend there's like an imaginary line right here, and that's where I start throwing, and I aim right above this roof like that, just like this, chuck it, sprint jump throw, just like all the other spawn nades. We'll throw it again, just like that, trying to get a little bit farther, and I've gotten many kills with that nade as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all the mid nades I know. If you're like for spawn nades and stuff like that. But if you're playing logs or B barn, there's a couple nades I like to throw for this spot. So if I'm trying to get aggressive and I don't want to go mid like with that other smoke that I taught you guys before, I'll throw a drop smoke and try and push car mid trench, or maybe get cheeky and jump on top of drop roof or something like that. So what I do is I come to these boxes, I aim at this leaf on the tree and just throw. And that allows me the freedom to do all those things. I can push trench, I can come up here and you know, hold car. It's a really good aggressive angle to hold to stop a B push. Or like I said, if I'm getting super cheeky, I'll jump on top of these boxes, use this smoke to my advantage and try and one-way it. You know, pick off top manor or anybody rotating plane. Like, a lot of people won't expect that play, so you can get a cheeky kill and fall off. So yeah, also if you're playing like logs or big barn, you want to hang on to your nades, because you're in a good position to throw a bomb nade for retake or retake nades or any of that, because it's just like in the perfect spot. You can throw a retake B nade, you can throw a retake A nade, so you might want to hold on to your nades so that when the enemies take a site, you can throw it for a retake. So what I like to do, if the enemies take A, I'll get myself stuck in this corner and I'll aim at this leaf and just standing throw, and that should blow up just like that right on top of the bomb site. And for a B nade, for a B retake nade, I'll rotate over here and I'll throw in between these two leaves right here, right? It's like a little C in the tree. I'll aim right below this leaf and throw, and that'll bounce right on top of the bomb site and blow up right where the planer, because obviously if you're planting B, a lot of people like to lay down here. It's the safest plant, and just plant it like this. So that'll kill that guy 100%. So that's my B and A retake nade from this spot. If you're playing B arch, rotating towards B now, if you're playing B arch like this, and say they smoke you off, or you see like multiple people across the fountain, you can throw this preemptive smoke. It's right to the left of this cloud right here, so it's like right here, and I throw, and that'll smoke off white box and B main for you guys to reposition in sight. Maybe you want to get to closet, just be careful of doors, or if you want to get close up in boxes, or you know, wing. If you are playing B site, there's a couple retake nades you can throw if they're going A. So the one I like to throw is I come to the same spot right here in this white box, and I'll aim at these two leaves. I'll use my grenade crosshair. My top grenade crosshair is on this leaf. My right grenade crosshair is on this leaf, just like this, right? And then I will sprint jump throw, and that's a really good bomb nade you can throw. It'll land right on top of the site. Sometimes it goes a little bit farther if you throw it right. And that is like a fucking air burst grenade. It'll explode on contact. It's a really good nade to throw. I've gotten a couple kills with that as well. So if you're trying to, there's a lot of opportunities for retake nades on A. I say opportunities, but it's almost necessity. So if you're playing B and they go A, like, teach yourself to try and hang on to your nades for late game, because that is really important. I see a lot of people always wasting their nades on defense, on spawn nades or something like that, because they don't think about using them late. But late nades are like super useful for retakes. So if you're playing B or logs, like I said before, try and hang on to your nades in case they go A. That way, there's a couple retake nades that you can throw for A site to try and retake it with your team. So they have A, they planted the bomb. I like to throw this nade combo right here. I'll aim at this little dark spot on the tree, like right in the center, and throw. And that'll bounce right off the wall and nade A builds just like that. And I'll combo that with this smoke. So I aim right at this tree branch, right where these two tree branches meet, right? And I'll throw. And that should smoke off arch just like that. So I'll combo it with that nade and the smoke just like that. And then I'll work my way into sight just like that. That way arch is smoked off, so you guys can get into the site a little bit easier. You know, you already naded hay bill, so you know there's nobody there. There's also another retake nade for hay bills that I know. You come behind this white box, just aim at this leaf and throw. That'll bounce just like that every single time. Hay bales is one of the strongest positions in the game, whether you're on defense or if you're, you know, on offense and you're holding post plant. It's one of the most OP positions in the game. So knowing multiple nades for that position is really good situationally. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything, guys. Trying to think if I forgot anything. I think that is it for defensive nades on Manor House. Pretty short video, pretty quick. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks again for tuning in. And congratulations, you have now graduated from being a noob in Battalion 1944. You know nades on Manor House. Let's fucking go. Anyway, thanks again for chilling. Until next time, guys, have a good one. Peace.